Hello and welcome. Come on in, grab a seat right there across the desk, and let's get comfortable for our first consultation. I am absolutely dedicated to your success, and today we are going to demystify wealth building. I know. Sometimes the financial world can feel like this totally exclusive club, right? Filled with complex jargon and locked doors. But today, we are throwing those doors wide open in this explainer. We're going to look at one beautifully simple, universally accessible mechanism that can completely change your financial future. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the absolute most important truth we will discuss today. Any average person with a normal job can become a millionaire. I want you to really, truly internalize that. There's this incredibly intimidating myth out there that you need to be born into wealth, or, I don't know, strike it rich with a wild lottery ticket, or have some ultra high-paying executive salary to build massive wealth. It simply isn't true. No way. The data and the math tell a completely different story. Wealth isn't just reserved for a chosen few. It is a reality for the average person working a normal, everyday job. Section 1. The Everyday Millionaire. So, becoming a millionaire isn't some magical event. It's actually an accessible, almost purely a mechanical process. If you follow the mechanics, you get the result. It really is that straightforward. It doesn't require luck, it just requires understanding the machinery behind money. And the engine driving that entire machine? That's compound interest. This is the essential power, the fundamental mechanism you absolutely need to understand to transform the income from a normal job into true millionaire-level wealth. Honestly, forget all that intimidating Wall Street jargon. Just think of compound interest as a force of nature. It's a mechanism that creates unstoppable momentum over time. Once you turn this machine on, it literally does the heavy lifting for you.
Section 2. The Snowball Strategy.
Now, to really understand this, we need to take the abstract math out of the equation and make it physical. We got to make it visual and highly relatable so you can see exactly what your money is doing every single day. So, imagine your money as a snowball. Just pause for a second and really picture that simple, unassuming starting point in your mind right now. It starts small, right? A simple little handful of snow. It might not look like much at all sitting there in the palm of your hand. It certainly doesn't look like a millionaire's fortune. But this humble starting point holds the potential for massive, undeniable power. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is it lays out the exact roadmap we are going to follow together to build your wealth. This is our blueprint. Step 1, we make an initial investment. We pack that very first snowball. Step 2, we keep investing regularly. We keep packing on more snow consistently without fail. And step 3, we reach the top of the hill. Those 3 steps are the whole shebang, the entire formula. It is beautifully simple, but executing it, well, that requires dedication. Section 3, the uphill climb. As your advisor, I've got to be completely honest with you here. The early days of this journey require serious effort. You start with that initial investment, and then you have to keep investing regularly. It is a literal, physical, uphill struggle. The incline is steep, and man, that snowball feels heavy. Every paycheck, every month, you are contributing. In this phase, it feels like really hard work. You might look at your accounts and think, I've been pushing and pushing, I skipped buying my morning coffee for 3 solid months, and this snowball is barely getting any bigger, right? That is the uphill climb. You are doing all the work using your own muscle, your own regular, consistent financial contributions. It takes real discipline. But I promise you, this uphill struggle doesn't last forever.
Section 4. The Tipping Point. If you stay consistent with your regular investments despite that steep incline, the dynamics begin to change. You'll start to see the interest come into play. And suddenly, the hill just doesn't look quite as steep anymore. All that heavy lifting you've been doing, it actually starts to get noticeably easier. The momentum begins to shift in your favor. Your snowball is gathering its own snow now, independently of your pushing. The interest is compounding, it's earning its own interest, and it's leveling out that massive hill. And this brilliantly illustrates a total transformation of your financial life. We move from the uphill phase, where you're sweating it out and working incredibly hard for your money, contributing regularly, to the downhill phase. This is where your money starts working for you. It stops being a chore. The interest starts moving faster and doing the heavy lifting on your behalf. This is the exact moment your money graduates from being just a static number in a bank account to being an active, working employee.
Section 5. Unstoppable momentum. Okay, I want you to really feel the energy of this phase, because eventually you will reach the top of the hill. This is the ultimate goal of the strategy we're building today.
The absolute moment of victory. When you hit the crest of this hill, the entire financial landscape completely changes. You're no longer pushing against gravity. Gravity is now entirely on your side. The math totally takes over, and the real, undeniable magic happens.
So the crucial point is this. First, your interest actually starts moving faster than the money you're contributing. Your own cash inputs are literally being lapped by the interest you're generating. Second, you just add some time to the equation. Time is the runway here. And third, your snowball starts to grow completely out of control. It is tumbling down the other side of that mountain, picking up speed, picking up mass, gathering snow way faster than you ever could have packed it by hand. This out-of-control growth, this unstoppable momentum, this is exactly how an average person with a normal job becomes a millionaire. Which brings our consultation to a close with one final, vital question. The math is proven, the hill is there to be climbed, the momentum is waiting for you. Will you start your snowball today? It just takes that very first handful of snow, that initial investment, to get the whole incredible process rolling. Thank you so much for coming into the office today, and I absolutely cannot wait to see how massive your snowball grows.